Happy Hump Day Wednesday, my Young and the Restless fans. Hopefully, you're having a wonderful one. This episode is chock full of twists and turns. So, buckle up, soap fans. I'm going to give you a few highlights and then we'll unpack this episode. First, we see Tucker telling Abby that she needs to check on her mom. We also see Nate telling Audra to kick Tucker to the curb, and then Mamie calls her family disgusting cowards. So without any further ado, let's unpack this Genoa City drama for May 8th. So we open up to a scene at the jazz lounge where Nate and Audra cross paths. Now, Nate, being an attentive friend, notices Audra's solo dolo appearance and wonders aloud about the absence of her beau, Tucker. Now, Audra, however, assures Nate that her relationship with Tucker is rock solid, much to Nate's chagrin. Now, their conversation takes an interesting turn as Nate starts expressing concerns about Tucker, suggesting Audra drop him like a hot potato. But Audra, ever defender of her love, paints Tucker in a rosy light, describing him as loving and tender. Nate, however, he sees through the facade and believes Tucker's grand gestures are just mere red flags, especially his Parisian-inspired bistro transformation. Now, Nate's not the one to beat around the bush, so he straight up asks Audra if she's infatuated with Tucker, to which Audra responds with a classic soap opera whatever. Now, but Nate persists, questioning Audra's stance on marriage, which she promptly shuts down, calling it an archaic union, citing her disbelief in the institution. However, it looks like they're trying to chem test these two once again, and in my opinion, I would love to have a Nate and Audra coupling. Meanwhile, at Crimson Lights, Devon and Abby find themselves caught up in family drama as Mamie calls for an emergency meeting. Tucker shows up, ever the smooth talker, trying to wiggle his way into their good graces because he wants to attend an event that Dom is in. However, Abby thinks she's seeing right through his act, and especially when things take a personal turn when Tucker questions Abby about her mom, which she has no clue about. Now, this leads to a heated exchange where Tucker says, "I think you need to check on your mom." And of course, Abby was like, "Well, what is that supposed to mean?" "I think you need to have a conversation with your Uncle Jack and Aunt Tracy because they've been keeping some news from you for the last 3 months about your mother and what's been happening to her." But of course, instead, Abby and Devon chuck it off as Tucker being a bad guy. Over at Chancellor Winters, Lily gets an unexpected visit from Mamie, setting the stage for a family showdown. Now, Mamie is determined to fix her family splinters, calling for a meeting without Billy, which immediately raises eyebrows. Now, as tensions rise, accusations fly, with Mamie pointing fingers at everybody, but they're trying to point fingers back at her, ultimately storming out in a fit of anger as she called her family members disgusting and cowards. And honestly, you know what, Lily? The interesting thing is, at the end of the day, you're an employee. Jill could fire you at any given moment and give that position to her son. So while you think that you're standing on all of this, and then you accuse Devon also of having an agenda, she's seeing exactly what's happening with what's going on in the family. The two of you are at each other's throats, and Billy is facilitating his own agenda. Mamie is just calling it what she sees, but you know what? Let them fall on their face, and at the end of the day, Jill is going to be probably the last one standing. And as Nate eloquently said, we just created and made another enemy. Now at the GCAC, Alan makes a surprise call to Ashley, sparking hopes of a romantic rendezvous. However, Ashley, or shall I say Mrs. Abbott, however, brushes off his advances, only to be hijacked by one of her other alters, Belle, who now sees an opportunity for love. And she switched up. She said, "You know what? You said we can meet up. You got 2 hours. I'm coming over." So now Belle and Alan cozy up. Tucker enters the scene because obviously he's feeling some kind of way seeing Ashley with a new man that he has no idea who he is. He comes over trying to figure out who this gentleman is, and of course course, he introduces himself as the old friend from over in Paris. And then Tucker tries to throw his weight around. Guess who shows up? None other than Audra. After Audra drags Tucker away, we see the conversation between Belle and Alan, and she is flirting heavily. She even gets him to stay longer, hoping to build some sort of a relationship with her therapist friend. And finally, back in Audra and Tucker's world, Audra dreams of a life free from Ashley's influence, envisioning a romantic getaway to Paris with Tucker. However, the looming pressure of marriage threatened to derail their plans, and Audra put him on notice. Don't think you're going to take me to Paris and talk me into marrying you. And he was like, nope, I'm not going to do it. I'll hold on to the ring. But yeah, of course, this leaves Audra torn between her desires and Tucker's expectations. And honestly, who knows what could happen? But like I said, I would rather have Audra with Nate. Okay, so there you have it. You just got a glimpse into the tangle web of love, lies, and family feuds that is The Young and the Restless for today's episode. Let me know your thoughts on the situation with what happened with the conversation with Nate and Audra, where Nate is telling Audra to kick Tucker to the curb. Would you like to see a Nate and Audra coupling? Tucker telling Abby to check on her mom. I'm telling you, she thinks that he's talking about what happened in Paris. Girlfriend, you have missed out on a lot thanks to your Uncle Jack and your Aunt Tracy not telling you that your mom has been having alters, blackouts. She don't even know where she's at sometime. And there's no way that Abby should not know what's going on with her mother. And then Mamie calling her family disgusting cowards. Yeah, I'm telling you, this whole thing is going to blow up in their face. And like I said about Lily, you're just an employee, sweetheart. I mean, Devon owns his half of the company. Jill owns her half. You're just a figurehead. And the moment that Jill would like to put her son Billy in that position, she could kick you to the curb. So I think you need to think about bonding with your family over word about what's going on with Chancellor Winters. I mean, yeah, you're the CEO, but unfortunately, which comes first, family or business? Let me know your thoughts, you guys. Also, make sure you check out the Bold and the Beautiful recap for today, as we are winding down to the big moment that we have all been waiting for, which is what? The fact of the matter that, yeah, look like Steffi is about to find out that Sheila is alive and well. And we already saw Deacon taking his relationship with Sheila to the next level with a proposal. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your notifications so you're notified every time a video is posted. And until the next one, we'll see you all soon. Bye, guys.